full body calisthenics workout. You don't need any equipment for this. Just some space to move, water, and a towel. We're gonna start with some arm hugs, back and forth very gently. We'll be here for a little bit. After we get the shoulders and arms loosened up a little bit, we're gonna reach for our toes, nice and tall, reaching down. If you're not able to touch your toes, that's perfectly fine. All right, you should feel a good stretch in the backside of the legs and the hamstrings. Get a few of these here. If at any point you need to pause the video, maybe take some more time for a certain movement you're feeling tight, that's perfectly fine. But if not, just follow along and we'll get a good workout in today. Next, we got some arm circles. Spend about 10 to 15 seconds going in one direction, and then we'll reverse it, starting with small circles and then getting a little bit bigger. And then we're reversing, starting small again. A little bit bigger, and the biggest. Then we'll be doing some zombie kicks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. That one gets those hamstrings ready to go, and then we're gonna get into some marching. As some of you would know, I like to say we want to march like we got somewhere to be, right? We want to move with intent. It's easy to kind of do this one lazy, but we want to go hard on this. We want to get warmed up. Want to get that heart rate going, get the blood flow to the muscles, get geared up, get mentally ready for the workout. Really take your time. We're trying to open up the hips here, so really drive those feet into the floor and squeeze the butt at the top position, engage those glutes. Not only is this going to make sure that the glutes are prepared for the workout, but this is also going to activate the core. Glute bridges are one of my favorite exercises, to be honest. Taking our time, big exhale at the top, big breath out at the top.
It hurts so bad.
Now that we've opened up the hips, got the glutes engaged and ready to go, and started to get that core activated, we're gonna continue there. This is a full body exercise. We got a bird dog next. We wanna keep the back as flat as possible. Keep that core tight, steady breathing. All right, taking our time. We're in no rush here. We're gonna do 2 rounds of glute bridges and bird dog before we get into the next thing. Take a moment. We're gonna get back into the glute bridge position here. Take your time. If you need to grab a quick sip of water, please do. We'll have designated rest breaks, but if at any point you need to grab some water, that's perfectly fine, all right? Okay, we're back to the glute bridges. We're not worried about how many we get here. We're focused on the movement, our form, making sure we're getting good muscle engagement, preparing our bodies for this work that we're about to get into. All right, that's enough glute bridges for now. Okay, we got the bird dog one more time. Slowly get into position. Again, if at any point you need to pause the video to give yourself some more time, that's perfectly fine. But if you're able to just follow along, great. Just a few more. Keep that back flat. All right, we're gonna make our way to our feet. Now that we're all good and warmed up, feeling ready to go, we're about to get into some jumping jacks, get that heart rate up. All right, get your mind right. We got these goals to get to in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. We got jumping jacks. If this is a bit much on your ankle or anything like that, causes discomfort in the knees, go ahead and do some side step jacks. I'll show that here shortly, all right? Side step jacks right here. This is also gonna get the heart rate up. Requires a little bit of rhythm. If you don't have rhythm, that's okay, neither do I. Takes practice, just like anything else. And we're taking a break. Great job. Grab a little sip of water if you need it. I'm drinking on some whiskey. I'm just joking. That's tea. That's Japanese tea.
Always feeling rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight. Long weave sold in, say it again, sold in. Make that money, throw it in. Booty bouncing, don't eat. Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, Blue Medina. Always feeling rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight.
When it comes to squats, everyone's hip anatomy is a little bit different. All right, leg length is gonna matter too, so our form is gonna look a little bit different. Some people, hip width apart feels right. Others is gonna be just outside the hips, toes slightly angled out. Do what feels most comfortable for you. We're going for 1 minute here, so we're not trying to get as many reps as we can in 1 minute. Not that that's a bad thing, but it turns the workout more into a cardio routine than a strength workout. And we're trying to keep this strength based. So you're taking your time on the way down and back up, really controlling the movement, allowing those muscles to work.
Always feeling rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight. Long weave sold in, say it again, sold in. Make that money, throw it in. Booty bouncing, gone.
Just a couple more. And we're taking a few seconds. We do have a superset, so that's 2 exercises back to back. We're gonna follow that squat up with an elbow plank, everyone's favorite. All right, I know it's a boring movement. I know it's not exciting, it's not flashy, but it's so important. Make sure the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Let's get it. We're going for 30 seconds here. That back flat. I got my hips a little bit high. You don't want the hips too high. You also don't want the hips too low. Try to keep that back as flat as possible. Be better than me. Keep holding. Almost there. 2, 1. Take a break. Slowly go to the floor. Take a rest period. If you need some water, grab some. I'm doing a quick little cobra, back mobility. You don't need to necessarily follow this part of the routine. If you want to just grab some water, you want to just hang out on the floor for a few seconds, that's perfectly fine. We're going to be taking 30 seconds before we get into the next round of squats. All right, making our way back to our feet. Ready, and let's go. question while you guys do these squats. I still want you to be locked in, but think about one thing you're really grateful for today. And at the end of the workout, if you're watching this with someone else or a group of people, I want you to share what you're grateful for with each other. If you're by yourself doing this routine, I want you to tell yourself out loud what you're grateful for after this. You know, my legs are starting to get tired when I start to look at the clock like this. We got a few more seconds, and then we're gonna go back into that elbow plank. And take a moment. Okay, we're back to the elbow plank, 30 seconds, and let's go. I'm also going to share one thing I'm grateful for as well at the end of this workout. Three, two, one. Great job. All right. 30-second break. We got one more round here, and then we're moving on to the next superset. Three, two, one, let's go. One more right here, and we're done with those squats. I always get a little happy when I'm done with the movement. Last and final elbow plank. Let's get this one over with. 30 seconds. Here we go. Almost there, just a couple more seconds, and take a break. First superset is in the books. We're moving on to the next two exercises. Grab some water if you need it real quick. Go ahead and wipe off that sweat if you have any. We are going to need a towel for the next superset, okay? You don't need it to be super big. It doesn't need to be a beach towel. Bathroom hand towel will do the job. A little bit more time before we get into this next superset. Stay focused. We're going to do some forward lunges next. Okay, we're about to get to it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Forward lunges. That back knee, we don't want it touching the floor, all right? Don't get too low. Puts too much stress on the knee joint. Make sure you're stepping out far enough that that front knee is not going past your toes, okay? We're going for 1 minute here. similar to the squats. It's not about how many we get. So if our tempo's a little bit different, if you're going a little bit faster than me, might be going a little bit slower, that's perfectly fine, all right? Just want to make sure that you stay moving as best as you can. Let's get one more on both sides, and then we'll take 15 seconds. Woo, good job. Okay, so here's where the towel comes into play. So we'll grab the towel. All right, we're gonna be taking underhand grip position. So palms facing out. Let me move up so y'all can see that, okay? Hands are gonna be just outside the hips, feet directly underneath the hips. From here, we're gonna be doing some rows, working the back, working the core, hinging at the hips. Elbows back towards the hips as we squeeze those shoulder blades together. And you're trying to tear that towel apart. The more tension you create in that towel, the harder the muscles have to work. "40 seconds here, taking our time. All right, we're not trying to do this one fast at all. Let's get one more really good one in, and we're taking a break. Great job, you guys. Grab some water if you need it. That one got me sweating a little bit. Ooh, we feeling it now. These rest periods are crucial, like I said earlier, so if you need to pause it at any point during this workout just to give yourself a little bit more time, that's okay. Try to keep the rest periods under 60 to 90 seconds though, so the body doesn't cool down too much, all right? We're about to get into this next one. Ready, and let's go. Forward lunges, 1 minute, alternating. Last one right here, and take a break. Had to walk it off real quick. Give me a few moments to gather myself. I'm just joking. I had another camera set up and there were some leaves that got in the way. We're gonna go back to those rows. All right, underhand grip position. Trying to find the best way to hold this towel. 3, 2, 1, and we're back to the rows. One more before we take a break, and we're taking a break. 30 seconds, you guys. Great stuff so far. Really, really good job. Way to push yourselves. We got one more set here before we get into the final superset. We're more than halfway. Getting myself hyped up for this next set. Just like everyone else, I have my days where the last thing I want to do is work out, but we need to rely on our discipline and not our motivation. 2, 1, let's go. Last set. sides. And then we'll take a 15-second breather before we get into the last set of rows. All right. Last set of these towel rows coming up. Here we go. Three, two, one, take a break. We're getting close. We're getting close to that finish line. We got one more superset. We're gonna do a good morning exercise. Doesn't mean it's an exercise to do in the morning. It's just called good mornings. And then we're gonna follow that up with one of the best body weight strength movements a person can do. And everyone's favorite. We got push-ups. For the good morning exercise, we're gonna have our hands behind our head in a prisoner position. So I'm gonna take my watch and put it on the floor so that way I can see the time. All right, you wanna have the feet directly underneath the hips. Oh, it's a little windy out here. Okay, make sure those toes stay flat on the floor as we hinge. And you should feel a good pull on the back side of your legs and the hamstrings. That indicates that we're hinging correctly and not putting all of the stress on our back, okay? It's not about how low we get. We want to close that door behind us with our hips. We are going for 40 seconds here. Let's get one more here, and we're gonna take a brief moment. All right, we got those push-ups. This first set, I'm gonna demonstrate them from a kneeling position, okay? Kneeling push-ups are perfectly fine push-ups. Anyone who tells you differently is lying. All right, make sure the hands are in a good, comfortable position. Here we go, 35 seconds. Make sure those hips are coming down with us. Oftentimes, I'll see the chest and the upper half of the torso come down, but not so much the lower half. So make sure those hips are coming down with you, and exhale as you push away. If this is too easy for you, you can of course do push-ups from the toes, and I'll show that in the second set. But these kneeling push-ups are perfectly fine. Again, this is one of the best body weight exercises a person can do. So let's get one more good rep in, and then we're gonna take a break. Okay, we got 30 seconds here before we get back to those good mornings. We only got 2 more sets left, y'all. Only got 2 more sets. Three, two, one, here we go. Last one here, one more, and take a little breather after this. Good job. On this second set, like I said, I am going to show you from the toes, but if that kneeling push-up felt like a good challenge, then I want you to stick to that, okay? If you could rate the difficulty or intensity of the movement from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being max intensity, we want it to be in that 8 to 9 range. Sometimes 10, but for today, 8 to 9 out of 10 intensity. All right, again, making sure everything's going down at once. We're going for 35 seconds here on these push-ups. Exhale as you push away. Y'all got it. One more push-up before we take this break. And taking a break. Great job. I'm getting sweaty. We almost at the finish line though. We working. We're getting to these goals. Gotta shake it out a little bit. Those arms are getting tight. I don't know about you. My arms getting tight. Back to the good morning. Ready? And begin. Final good morning for today. Hinging at the hips, standing tall. Way to finish out. You can see the exhaustion in my face. I'm looking around looking for help. Ain't nobody coming to help you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Put in that work. Last set of push-up. Music to my ears. 35 seconds. Let's go. Last set is typically always the hardest. Those arms start to get a little heavy, start to feel like jello, but you got this. I believe in you. You believe in you, more importantly. Just a couple more here. See if you can get 1 or 2 more. Almost there. We got a little finisher after this, quick finisher, and that's it. Good job. Take a break. Give yourself a pat on the back. The main part of the workout is over. Now we're just gonna finish out with a little bit of cardio and a little bit of core, okay? Just a nice little cherry on top of today's full body workout. Get hyped, get excited, be happy. We're gonna target that stubborn region of the body, that waist area, all right? Get your mind right, we're almost there. We got jumping jacks first. We're gonna finish how we started. Ready? And let's go. Keep up that intensity. Keep those feet moving. Get those hands up. Good job. Just a few more seconds here. You got it. And take a moment. Making our way to the floor, we got leg lifts. Working that stubborn region, the lower abdomen and hip flexor area. Okay, if you need to have the knees bent like I have here, that's okay. I'm just gonna show you 1 rep with the knees bent. That's gonna put less stress on your spine. So if you start to feel it too much in the low back, have those knees bent. Ready? And let's go. We got this for 30 seconds, you guys. 30 seconds. Just a couple more seconds, almost there. I can feel that burn. I hope you can too. And take a break. I'm just gonna lay here, to be honest with you. If you wanna get up and grab some water, walk it off, please do so. But if you wanna just take a moment, take a moment. We're gonna do that 1 more time. The jumping jacks and the leg lifts 1 more time, and that'll take us straight to the finish line. All right, Let's go ahead and get on up. And don't forget either, after this, we're sharing one thing we're grateful for today, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. We just got a few more jumping jacks. Stay moving, don't quit. You got this. And take a break. I guess I shouldn't say break, just take a brief moment. We're going down to the floor. We got the leg lifts one more time, and then we can officially take a break. Here we go. Last 30 seconds. Hands down by your side. In a few seconds, I'm going to show you guys another variation while you do these leg lifts. I know I showed you with the knees bent, but what you can also do is right here, one leg at a time. This allows you to keep the legs straight, but it doesn't put as much demand on the core and the back. All right, we're almost at the finish line. If you're able to do both legs and keep them relatively straight, do so. 3, 2, 1, and great stuff. I look a little silly giving a thumbs up to the other camera. I plan on giving you guys 2 different angles of this workout, so just be patient with me. I'm still learning how to edit these videos the best way I can. But that's it for today. Really, really good job. You absolutely killed it. Again, we're sharing one thing that we're grateful for. So here's what I'm grateful for, and it's really just life. I'm grateful for life today, to be able to wake up, have an opportunity to pursue my goals, and just enjoy life, you know, the little things. So thank you for watching.